Welcome to Frankfurt, and welcome to the transportation and financial capital of Germany, a place that a lot of people don't give enough time to. You come in and out, and you fly into the Frankfurt airport, and then you go on about your way to wherever you're going. But we're going to show you why you should give Frankfurt at least a couple days to explore this beautiful and very diverse city right in the heart of Germany. So let's go explore Frankfurt, all right? Okay, so this area of Frankfurt is called the Römer or the Römerberg due to, I guess, the original founding by the Romans. And this is the original area of Frankfurt. Now, this will be one of the only places inside the city of Frankfurt, if you visit, that actually looks old, that actually looks like an old medieval city. And that's because after World War II, Frankfurt was damaged pretty severely during the war. And afterwards, the city planners had a choice, basically. Did they want to rebuild it in the old style, or did they want to kind of go for something modern? And here in Frankfurt, for the most part, they went modern. So Frankfurt actually has a lot of skyscrapers and looks like a very, modern city from the skyline. But this area here, the Römerberg, they decided to build it back in the old, kind of the medieval fashion. And you can see some of the old buildings behind me in this nice fountain. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, in Munich, for example, when they rebuilt the city, they decided to rebuild it pretty much exactly like it was in the old style. So Munich's a very old-looking city, and Frankfurt's a very new, modern-looking city, except for this little square I'm in, basically the heart of Frankfurt, right here in the Römerberg. And we're going to take you and show you some more sights in this beautiful, very exciting city of Frankfurt, which, to be quite honest, we have ignored for a long time. We've flown in and out to the Frankfurt airport, I don't know how many times, and we really have never spent much time in Frankfurt at all, but we're going to explore it and show you what it's like. So I'm excited to show you Frankfurt. So we are walking from the Römerberg to the cathedral, and it's like a really nice little lane here. We're going to the cathedral. Hopefully we can climb the tower. I want to climb the tower to get some good views. And I think it's 380 steps. No, it's not that many. How many is it?
I don't know. I think
326?
I'm not sure.
300 something. And so we're going to try to climb this tower and get you some views of Frankfurt. But it's nice. We're here in January. It's cold. It's below freezing, but it's sunny.
328 steps.
328 steps to the top of the tower of the Frankfurt Dome, the Frankfurt Cathedral. And we're going to take you up there, and it's really nice. Okay, so we just came down from the tower at the Frankfurt Cathedral, 328 steps. And I'll tell you, the view is spectacular. Just great views over Frankfurt. Three-year-old to get in. You have to pay cash. Definitely worth it. Worth the effort. Worth the money. Beautiful views. However, it is a winding staircase. So on the way down, we got a little dizzy. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's very tight. So if you're claustrophobic, you might want to think about it. And also, if you're a little wide, like me, you're going to be bumping into folks, and there's a couple of times where you have to stop, let people go ahead, and you really have to squeeze through. So it is a tight fit, but the views are really beautiful up there, really nice. The tower here at the Frankfurt Cathedral. And, by the way, something I read inside, and I didn't realize this before, but from like 1300s, the mid-1300s until the mid-1700s, the emperors, the German emperors, the Kaisers of Germany, and also the rulers of the Holy Roman Empire were all crowned right here in the Frankfurt Cathedral. So there you have it, piece of history right here in beautiful Frankfurt. Okay, so we are at the Klein Markthalle, or the little market hall here in Frankfurt, and this is the place to come if you want a quick snack. There's lots of places to eat here. A lot of traditional German places, butchers, Metzgereis, where you can get your Wurst and things like that. Also a lot of foreign places too, a lot of so Italian, Spanish, some Middle Eastern places. So if you're looking for a quick bite to eat, this is the place to pop in and get it. And we're gonna look around, we're gonna hopefully grab something. It's really busy. It's a Saturday afternoon and it's quite busy. A lot of places to drink here, a lot of coffee shops and things like that. So it's really a happening place here at the Frankfurt Klein Markthalle. And we're gonna walk around and hopefully grab us a delicious Wurst here from Frankfurt. All right, so let's go see what we can find. Okay, so we just went to the little butcher Schreiber, little sausage stand. Frau Schreiber is there, and this place has been here in the market for over 30 years and super friendly. I mean, this lady was so nice to us. So they have just like 3 or 4 different things. They have a couple of different pork sausages and a beef sausage. So we got a pork and a beef, and they wrap it up for you, and you pay by the gram for 100 grams. And so this place is kind of an institution, so I'm going to give it a go. And you get bread, they have pickles, and so this is a beef sausage with some good mustard. Very good, very good. And now this is the they call it Fleischwurst, meat sausage, and this is out of pork. Oh wow, that is really good. I think that's a little bit better, actually. But what an experience! If you're in the Frankfurt Klein Markthalle, you got to go to Schreiber. And super nice. It was quite an like just ordering your food is quite an experience that you need to experience. Really good sausage. So stop in here and get yourself something from Schreiber at the Frankfurt Klein Markthalle. Okay, so we have a frikadelle brötchen, and it's kind of like maybe the original hamburger. I mean, hamburgers at one point came from Hamburg in northern Germany. So, and this is kind of like, and this is a northern Germany specialty place. So, yeah, so we'll see what it's like. Has some mustard on here. That is, it's very tasty. It has a lot of spices in there and different flavors. It's quite good. Frikadelle, they call it boletta in some parts of Germany. They call it frikadelle in other parts. So here they call it frikadelle. And I'd say the original hamburger. All right, guten appetit. All right, so we're at the Goldene Waage, and it's right outside, right by the Frankfurt Cathedral, just a few feet down. And we have this, the Frankfurter Kranz, which means the Frankfurt crown. It's a special cake of Frankfurt. And maybe it's got something to do with the fact that all of the emperors of Germany and the Holy Roman Empire were crowned right here. So maybe that's why they have a dish called the Frankfurter Kranz, the Frankfurt crown. I don't know, but we have a cappuccino, and we have a Milchkaffee, which is like a cafe latte, I guess, and in this nice fancy cup. So I'm gonna try the Frankfurt crown, the Frankfurter Kranz. It's nice, the cherries on top. That is really good. Nice cream inside, the nice roasted nuts on the outside. Not too sweet, but really just right. And a nice fluffy cake, quite delicious. So you got to try the Frankfurter Kranz when you're in Frankfurt, the specialty cake of the town. Okay, so we just We're at the Goldene Waage, which I think means golden scale, and had some great afternoon cake and coffee. We fulfilled our German tradition, and now we're walking to the was it the Eisener Steg?
Yeah, to the Iron Bridge.
The Iron Bridge. Not sure what Steg means. Brücke means bridge. Steg, it's what they call Iron Bridge. So we're walking to the Iron Bridge, the Eisener Steg.
It's a pedestrian bridge. Maybe something with being able to walk on. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. But pedestrian bridge for some scenic views across the Main River of Frankfurt. And yeah, so Frankfurt is on the Main River, and Frankfurt has like, you know, a modern skyline, sort of like, you know, like a big city in the United States maybe. And so Frankfurt has a couple of nicknames due to its location and its city view. So one of its nicknames, they call it Manhattan, because it's on the Main River, and it's on the Main River for Main, and Hatton because it looks like Manhattan, so they call it Manhattan. And the other nickname it has is because of it's the financial headquarters, the banking headquarters of the European Union. So another nickname it has is called Bankfurt. So they call it Bankfurt or Manhattan, two nicknames for Frankfurt. So now you know. And we are walking along the Main River. We just crossed over, and it is a beautiful night. It's here in, well, it's early January, and it's really cold, but really clear, and just a beautiful evening. We were up on the Main Tower earlier to get some views, and it was really nice. And now we're just walking along the river, and I'm really surprised at how pretty Frankfurt is, to be honest with you. It's a transportation hub, so many people fly into here, and then they just go to their destinations throughout Germany or throughout Europe. And a lot of people don't spend time here. And honestly, I haven't spent much time here myself, but it's really pretty. We're going to dinner now. And what do you think, Betty?
It's really nice. I've been trying to talk Lee into coming here, but finally got him here.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I'm impressed. And they had a great Christmas market too. We came here for the Christmas market a few weeks ago, and before we flew to the United States. And it was really nice. It was one of the best ones we've been to. So yeah, Frankfurt. When you come into Germany, you fly into the airport, you know, give it some time. Don't just leave to go over where you're going. Spend a couple days in Frankfurt, and I think you'll have a great time. All right, here we go. Welcome to Sachsenhausen, one of Frankfurt's most charming neighborhoods. After crossing the picturesque Iron Bridge with its stunning views of the Main River and the city skyline, you'll step into a district full of character and tradition. Known for its quaint apfelwein pubs and cozy restaurants, Sachsenhausen is the perfect place to spend an evening. Stroll along the cobblestone streets, soak in the atmosphere, and enjoy hearty German dishes paired with Frankfurt's famous apple wine. Whether you're dining with friends or simply unwinding, Sachsenhausen offers an unforgettable taste of local culture. Prost to a magical evening in Frankfurt. Okay, so Frankfurt is famous for apple wine, and they serve it in these nice porcelain jugs. So I'm going to pour us some apple wine. And you can mix it with sparkling water as well. So famous apple wine in Frankfurt. And we bought one of these. This is supposed to be 4 servings in here between the two of us.
What's it called?
This is called a, I forget, what's it called? A bembo. Yes, it's called a bembo. And these glasses have the special notches on there, and that's unique to Frankfurt and the apple wine. And so All right. You have to take some. All right. Cheers, zum Wohl. Quite tasty. It's not very sweet, but it definitely has an apple flavor to it. All right, here in Achel, in Frankfurt, across the river, a neighborhood called Sachsenhausen, and yeah, we've got our little bimbo of apple wine, and we're going to order some. All right, so for an appetizer here we have, this is called Handkäse mit Musik, which means hand cheese with music. And so it's a handmade hard sour cheese with made out of some sort of sour milk, and it has onions and vinegar on it, and they call it mit Musik because I guess later it's going to cause you to make some noise, and I think that's where the onions come in. So it's kind of a hard cheese, and I'm going to put a little bit on this good piece of bread, maybe a little bit of onion on top there. Oop. It's okay. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not spectacular, but it's interesting, and a lot of flavor from the onion and the vinegar is really nice. It has a pretty nice texture, and of course, this bread is outstanding. So, and this is like a traditional Frankfurt dish that you need to eat when you're in Frankfurt. Handkäse, hand cheese, and if you want it with the onions, that's called mit Musik. So, yeah. It's a nice starter dish here in Frankfurt. Okay, so we finished our Handkäse, and the more we ate it, the more we really enjoyed it. It was really nice. The vinegar and the onions really added a nice touch to it. And the bread, I cannot tell you enough, that bread was just phenomenal. I mean, Germany produces the best bread in the world, in my opinion. And every once in a while, you'll get into a loaf that just blows you away. And that bread, I know it's bread. And some people will say, what's so special about a piece of bread? But it was really great. With some butter on there, blew us away. The Handkäse was good. The onions were good. It was really, really nice. And this apple wine, we're really enjoying that as well. We've been kind of on a strict, I guess, diet for the last 10 days or so. We haven't been eating very much and haven't had any alcohol. And this is going straight to our heads, I tell you. So it's really nice dinner so far. We're waiting for our main dish to come out, but so far we're really liking Achel in Frankfurt. All right, so we have our food, our main dishes arrived, and I have schnitzel, traditional German, Austrian dish, thinly pound out and fried pork, and it comes. This in Frankfurt. Frankfurt is famous for this green sauce. That's quite tasty. Very, very cool tasting. Very good. And one thing I really like about Germany and Europe is that these regions have like their own specialties. And so like here in Frankfurt, we've told you about the apple wine, and Frankfurt is famous for this green sauce and the Handkäse. And this is stuff that, like we live just 90 miles from Frankfurt, and where we live, you're not going to get apple wine, you're not going to get green sauce. They're going to look at you like you're crazy if you ask for that. And so this looks good. I cannot wait to try this. Now, growing up in the United States, we eat hot dogs all the time. But sometimes people call hot dogs Frankfurters. And I always wondered why that was. Well, that's because the Frankfurter comes from Frankfurt. And that's what Betty has. And look at this. Look at that sauerkraut. And she's got another piece of this great bread. Look at that sauerkraut. It looks delicious. And the Frankfurter's from Frankfurt. And that is going to be delicious too. I cannot wait to eat. Guten Appetit from Frankfurt, schnitzel, green sauce, Frankfurter, hot dogs, and man, what a meal. All right, so Look at that schnitzel, so thin. I'm gonna dip it in some of this green sauce. That is something special, my friends. And look at these potatoes. Wow, I'm gonna dip those in there too. Oop. Oh man, holy cow. These potatoes are so good. That is phenomenal. Oh boy. Okay, so I have some of Betty's Frankfurter, and this is the best hot dog I've ever had in my life. That sauerkraut is outstanding, but they serve it with a little bit of fresh horseradish, and this is so good. I mean, it's unbelievable. Oh my God. I mean, never let anyone tell you that a hot dog, a Frankfurter, cannot be gourmet, because this is one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. This Frankfurter, this apple sauerkraut with a little bit of fresh horseradish, that'll blow you away. It is really good. You have to come to Acho in Frankfurt and get one of these dishes. This is, I can't even describe it. I don't know. It's really, really good. Okay, now to finish off our meal, we have, this is called a Miss Pelchin, I think. And it's brandy with a Japanese plum. Soaked inside. Apple brandy with a Japanese plum soaking inside, and I guess you're supposed to drink the brandy and then eat the plum. Is that correct? I think so. All right, so Zumbol. Wow, that's really cool. That's really tasty. It's very sweet. It warms you up when you drink it, but it is not. It's not harsh. It's very smooth. It's really quite nice, to be honest with you. Wow. Wow, that's good. And now I'm going to eat my plum. That was really good. The plum is really sweet, and it soaked up so much of that brandy, and then you bite into it, it just kind of explodes. That's really quite a tasty treat. I'm not really too much into like brandy or hard drinks like that, but this was really tasty, and I really recommend it when you're in Frankfurt at Acho in Sachsenhausen. All right, folks, so unfortunately our time here in Frankfurt is over, and we're here at the Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof, the main train station, about to hop on our train and head home. But we had a great time here, and I just want to remind you that if your travels bring you through the Frankfurt International Airport, which many times they do when you're coming to Europe, don't ignore Frankfurt. To give it some time, spend a few days here, and I think you will have a great time exploring. And if you need a convenient day trip from Frankfurt, you can hop on the train right here, and in about an hour or so, you can be in the beautiful medieval village of Idstein. And we have a video for that right here, which we'll share with you. You can check that out, a beautiful day trip from Frankfurt. So here we are saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.